Imagine a global embargo completely freezing the world's largest oil ports. Massive steel storage tanks on the coast sit empty and highly vulnerable. Spy satellites track every single movement from above, while naval blockades choke off the surface shipping lanes with absolute authority. But look down. 100 meters beneath the solid bedrock, millions of barrels of sanctioned crude oil are flowing silently. This cheap oil from Russia and Iran bypasses the radar completely, shielded by mountains of solid granite from any airstrikes. This is not a simple storage solution. This is a fortress designed to weaponize physical geology against the US dollar. Wait a minute. Is this a genius engineering shield or a cold-blooded financial arbitrage engine? Comment 1 or 2 right now. Let us look at the physical reality of coastal granite. In Ningbo and Qingdao, massive solid bedrock provides the ultimate structural shield. Why granite? Because this crystalline rock has near zero permeability, keeping high-pressure crude locked in place forever. But excavation is a brutal engineering challenge. Mining crews drill deep shafts, utilizing controlled precision blasting to carve massive subterranean chambers. They must maintain the exact arch geometry of the cavern roof to prevent catastrophic rock collapse. Look, as an engineer, I can tell you this is not just digging holes. You are balancing tectonic stresses with thousands of tons of raw concrete and rock bolts. If your math is off by even 1%, the entire mountain collapses into your oil reserve. Do you honestly think Western nations can replicate this level of high-risk engineering speed under their strict regulatory frameworks? Now let us look at the physical reality of keeping crude oil inside raw rock without a single steel liner. This is the water curtain system. The secret is simple physics. Oil is lighter than water, meaning it naturally floats on top. Engineering teams drill specialized water curtain tunnels directly above the main storage caverns. They inject highly pressurized water into the rock fissures, creating an artificial water wall. Look, as an engineer, I can tell you keeping crude oil in raw rock caverns without a drop leaking isn't magic. It's a brutal game of hydrostatic pressure balance. If the water pressure in the surrounding rock is higher than the oil pressure inside, the physics forces the oil to stay put. Zero chance of leakage. No expensive steel plates. No complex synthetic linings. Just raw geologic water pressure, doing the dirty work for free. Do you think this natural water sealing system is safer than relying on steel tanks that can crack and rust over time? Let us look at the physical reality of steel tanks roasting under the coastal sun. On the surface, heat causes massive thermal expansion, forcing crude oil to vaporize and bleed out. Every single day, precious light-end hydrocarbons escape directly into the atmosphere, causing massive physical asset loss. Now look underground. Inside these massive granite cavern networks, the temperature remains completely constant, locked at a cold, stable level year-round. This natural insulation completely eliminates evaporation losses. Zero leakage. Zero vaporization.
Get that line
but
secured
there is
now.
a bigger financial play.
Heave!
Each
It's
massive underground facility saves over 63 hectares of premium coastal land. Instead of wasting prime coastal real estate on ugly, corroding steel tanks, Sinopec builds high-yield chemical plants and deep-water logistics docks that generate cash every second. If conventional steel tanks waste millions of dollars every single year just from evaporation, do you think Western countries are being too conservative by holding on to this outdated technology? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let us do the math on this massive capital expenditure. Building coastal steel tanks requires millions of tons of expensive specialized alloys. By carving directly into solid granite, Sinopec cut initial development capital by 20%. This saved billions of dollars before a single drop of oil even entered the system. Now look at the operational costs. Standard steel tanks require constant painting, welding, and leak testing under strict regulations.
Look at the data here.
These underground
the congestion in Europe
caverns
is costing us
operate with
millions
zero
daily.
maintenance for 50
What about the
years, slashing operational costs by 50%. But here is the real audit verdict. Each cavern complex saves 63 hectares of premium coastal land instead of dead steel structures. Sinopec uses this space to build high-yield semiconductor plants and deep-water logistics terminals that generate massive cash flow every single second. This is not just a storage project. This is a masterclass in capital efficiency designed to starve Western competitors of raw economic space. Do you think Western oil companies can survive this level of structural cost disparity? Let us expose the massive arbitrage engine running inside these dark granite caverns. Sinopec grabs heavily discounted crude oil from Russia and Iran, buying it at $11 to $12 below the standard Brent benchmark. When you run this massive volume through their storage capacity, the numbers are shocking. This physical buffer saves China $10 billion every single year in raw energy costs. This is not just an infrastructure project, it is a financial weapon. While Western nations burn capital maintaining corroding steel tanks on premium coastal land, Beijing locked its energy reserves in a maintenance-free natural fortress. They literally weaponized geological physics to fund their global manufacturing dominance. By redirecting these saved billions straight back into industrial production and domestic supply chains, they systematically undercut every foreign competitor on the global market. Do you think Western oil companies can ever compete against a state-backed refiner that uses physical mountains as free financial
The flow
shields?
from North America is accelerating.
Let us look at
The
the
Asian
physical
hubs are absorbing
reality
it
of
faster
your
than
own
projected.
capital. If you are a smart investor, holding traditional oil storage equity is a dying play. Here is the catch. Above-ground tanks are wasting assets, constantly decaying under heat and environmental regulations. To survive, you must adapt and move your money where the physical efficiency actually is. Look at the Asia-Pacific energy landscape. Let us do the math. Smart money is actively fleeing Western storage operators and moving directly into deep water logistics bonds. Look for exchange-traded funds focused on advanced subterranean storage infrastructure and massive coastal port expansions. These specific assets yield steady cash flows because they operate with near-zero physical depreciation. It is simple capital allocation. Do you want your money tied up in rusting steel or locked inside massive granite fortresses that generate revenue without maintenance costs? If you believe physical asset efficiency determines long-term stock returns, does it make sense to keep holding outdated Western energy infrastructure assets? Let us look at the raw truth of this underground empire. Real power is not written on paper currency. It is built in concrete and steel. When you control the bedrock, you dictate the rules of global energy trade. These massive geological fortresses prove that physical assets will always defeat abstract paper markets. Sinopec did not just build storage tunnels. They built an impenetrable shield to protect their sovereign economic engine from any Western naval blockades. This is the ultimate lesson of modern geopolitics. Concrete and cash rule the world. Here is the catch. Will this massive subsurface shield be enough to keep China standing if a total conflict breaks out in the Taiwan Strait and
This
all
choke point near
surface
Singapore is
shipping
critical.
lanes are completely
If the current trajectory
severed?
holds, we're looking at a
Or
standstill
is
by
this
morning.
massive engineering project just an incredibly expensive gamble against the absolute dominance of the US dollar? What is your raw physical analysis of this underground fortress? Tell me what you think in the comments down below.